With Discord acting more and more like Microsoft these days and thinking they have a monopoly on the market, so they're just going to screw over their users, people are looking for better and more privacy-respecting alternatives to the platform. Jack already took a look at Matrix in the previous video, which is a great video by the way, and Matrix is another fantastic alternative, so make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. But today we're looking at one that has just popped onto the scene, and that is Fluxer. If you're not familiar with Fluxer, it truly is Discord. I mean, it is a fantastic looking project. One of the things that is truly incredible about it, as we love here on this channel, it is open source. So let's dig in to Fluxer. We're actually going to be digging into Fluxer together in real time. I found out about this program only yesterday, and it has been exploding so much that their website has had a hard time staying online. You can go to fluxer.app to check it out for yourself, but I'm going to get a screen recording going, and you and I are going to experience Fluxer a little bit together. So at fluxer.app, we can go to their homepage and see the general gist about it. If you look at this interface, it will look very, very familiar to you for a good reason. Even the buttons down here and everything, I mean, it's so similar. Quite frankly, it concerns me for Fluxer. I hope that they don't have any issues with the fact that it looks so similar. But if we come down here, they're pushing messaging, voice and video, moderation tools, search, customization, and even self-hosting. And we'll get into that in a second. That is so, so cool because it's not only a platform, it is a standard, and it has been in development apparently for a couple of years now, and it's only just now come into the public beta right at the perfect timing. This is yet another standard. I have a bit of a critique of open source a lot of times. Open source is absolutely beautiful. I love it. But one of the big downsides to a lot of open source projects, instead of a lot of people coming together on one thing, you see a lot of people going off and doing their own things, which can have positives and negatives. Truthfully, this doesn't stomp on Matrix at all. If you were to look at Matrix as any tool, I would put it more as Slack. This is far more Discord. So you truly do have at least a couple of projects here that are unique in their approach. And Fluxer, going more after the Discord audience, still having a self-hosting option and being fully open source is incredible to see. So it's really more of like the Discord matrix, if you will. As we come into the customization here, custom CSS themes, saving images, videos, GIFs, audio, I mean, like, it seems like a very flexible platform. And like I said, it's been in development for a long time. It didn't just pop on the scene yesterday, though I found out about it yesterday. We come down here, we have the ability to open in a browser, again, just like Discord, or we can download the official Linux app, which is fantastic. And as I'm hovering over this, I see app image, which means universal compatibility. I love it. Software developers, use universal app packages like app images, flat packs, and everything whenever you can. It is just fantastic. Now, if we come to their blog of how I built Fluxer, a Discord-like app, this really caught my eye and I got so excited, okay? This very first paragraph right here is quite a bit of great news. This article is currently under revision since a lot happened on February 9th. Fluxer now has a substantial amount of funding and traction to become a truly viable commercial alternative to Discord, thanks to all visionaries and other supporters who helped make this happen. That is incredible to see because there are so many things that will pop up on the scene and they don't have a proper financial backend. Open source is a real funding problem, and I hope it gets better for a lot of projects. But this one does not seem to have that issue, and that is great to see, which means it could be something that we can all expect to invest in and not regret it. And then down here we see, after Discord's age verification announcement, Visionary sold out quickly. We sold around 1,000 copies at $299. That's pretty good. Before pausing sales, Visionaries are recognized in-app and numbered badge, and that shows how early they supported Fluxer. The structure of this is so important because so many open source projects, they have a lot of passion and they do a lot of great things, but I do think there's a business side of open source that needs to be figured out a little bit. And Fluxer seems to be on the right track here, in my opinion, because if you come down here at the bottom of the site, you'll notice that it does have a Swedish LLC. This is a Swedish desktop-based app. In fact, the developer's only like 22 years old. The fact that they actually have a limited liability company set up behind it to take all of that money and everything and to make sure that all of it goes back into the development of Fluxer, there is a proper commercial structure behind it, which makes it a lot easier for anybody to invest into it, either as an individual user or even as a company. I could see you using this for company purposes. Now that's enough digging. Let's actually download the thing. Here we are. All right, so the site cannot be reached. There we go. Okay, but that still came up. Okay, so that's kind of the thing, is Fluxer still definitely has a few bugs, and we're experiencing this in real time together. Because if you feel like me about the whole Discord situation, come on Discord. I am so tired of companies trying to think that we as a user are a product. We are users. All right, so we'll save that. It's trying to download again. Let's kind of close out so we don't take any more of their resources, because it may continue to try to download for us. To install an app image, it's super easy. We've got an application here called Gear Lever, which is, funny enough, a flat pack. Using a flat pack to install an app image, surprising. What's not surprising is how much you can have a great time on Linux. All right, we are going to click our open button here. We've got Fluxer. It's going to bring it in. We'll unlock it. And then we will move it to the app menu. And now it is basically installed for us. So let's go and open, let's open Fluxer right here. Global shortcut requested. This does appear, this is a Chromium-based app, meaning it's probably an Electron app. That's fine, especially for an application like this. It's basically built for web use. People have mixed feelings about Electron apps. I personally kind of a fan when used in the right scenario. And we will hit OK. We got a few of these here, actually. Okay, so we do not have an account, so we will register an account. I'm going to fill out all of my details, and we will be back in 1 second.
A few moments later.
All right, it's loading up. We're into Fluxer. It is that easy. Let me verify my email address. Email verified, and it's already reflected in the app. So we'll join the Fluxer HQ. Why not? Dang, already 1,400 members. Again, this is still pretty early. Like I said, it's been under development for a while, but it is just now coming onto the scene. This feature has been temporarily disabled. Please try again later. What feature? All right, so we're going to try to add a community here. We're going to create, we're actually going to create ourselves a no plan community. And if you guys are interested, we will open this up to everybody to be able to join our Fluxer community, because we've wanted to set up a community for a while, and Discord is not where we want to do it anymore. All right, so now we have our icon. We'll hit save icon, community name, the no plan channel. We'll create our community. There we go. If you're seeing this part of the video, that means that Jack and I have agreed to make this open to everybody. So you can then join our Fluxer community at the link below. All right, so we're going to try to create a channel, another text channel. We'll make this a Linux. Actually, let's make ourselves another category. Let me see. Create category Linux. And then we'll create ourselves a channel in here. This will be Fedora based distros. We can create another one. Arch. By the way, distros. And there we go. First two communities created. Again, just like Discord. Go into our user settings. Got all, I mean, it's so many of the same things. Getting back to the funding model, this is where it gets really, really cool. If we go over to Plutonium, very cool name, you will see here we have the option for $4.99 a month or $49 a year. And here's what's so cool about that. We get some extra features, and it is really nice to include video backgrounds and all that, but we do get at least one with the free tier. But what I'm seeing here is at least nothing that makes the free version not usable. So you could absolutely use a free version if you want to, or if you want to support the project and get something more like Discord Nitro, you're going to be able to pay only $50 a year. That's really not too bad in my opinion. And if we come down here to self-hosting, this is also super, super cool. You can self-host for free. That's not a problem. But if you get the $200 one-time hosting fee, you get a couple of really nice perks here. So a quick little note here. I'm in the edit right now, and I just had a thought. So Fluxer and Plutonium. That's not ringing a bell. But getting back into the app, we also have a direct messages section, personal notes section. That's actually super cool, note to self kind of stuff. Again, digging through the My Account settings, we got the ability to do our own avatars, and we can, let me see, select our Fluxer Plutonium account. A privacy dashboard. Okay, so this is going to be super important considering everything we're seeing with Discord. I mean, there's a lot of really good fine control here. Come into authorized apps. I think we should be able to failed to load that application. Blocked users. Again, another issue there. So we've got a couple little bugs to figure out. Now let's go to look and feel. This will be kind of cool. Oh, sweet. We can change all of our, the light theme. Oop. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a bug, but it figured itself out. Extreme dark. Yeah, I like the extreme dark. That looks pretty good. I haven't dug too much into this kind of stuff in Discord. From everything that I have dug into, this feels far more controllable than Discord. I don't recall seeing this many options inside of there. All of your input devices are down here, I believe. Nope, just different input options. There we go. Audio and video, you've got your input devices. And of course, log out. But I mean, it's hard to come up with anything to say about this application because it basically feels like Discord. Now let's check the GIF options here. It does look like it's using Tenor, which is pretty cool. A lot of great GIFs in there. Another little odd quirk with Fluxer is in the GIF viewer, and that is the fact that when you get your GIFs, you can indeed see them just fine, but then when you try to add them, it adds them as a link. So kind of an odd function, and I really hope that that gets changed where you can actually see your GIF in line, but yeah, kind of an odd function. We've also got stickers. Join a community with stickers, so we'll have to create that per community. Some saved media and emojis. And these look like the stock emojis inside of KDE Plasma. So it should be pulling, it looks like, from your system's emoji. So if you're on Mac or Windows, you'll probably have some different looking ones. And then of course we have the ability to upload a file, send gift. I'm not totally sure what that's gonna end up being. And then we have, show the send button, definitely. We also have the ability to explore communities just like in Discord. And you can filter it out by category and everything. And of course be, pretty well aware of what you're joining, but everything here looks pretty cool. We've got some Linux kernel stuff, Fluxer Go, embedded systems. So just under tech, we've got some pretty cool things going on right there, but I can search through here, find any community I want to, it seems. And it looks like there are definitely some getting some good amount of members already. I see some here with pretty close to 2,000. So, but that pretty much wraps it up for this video. We just wanted to give you guys a look at Fluxer as another Discord alternative. Again, if you're interested in something a little bit more old school or commercial seeming, you can definitely check out Matrix. Jack did a fantastic video on that in a previous video. But Fluxer definitely does seem to have a few bugs, but right off the bat, I mean, I'm very, very impressed. Just a little note, we are opening up this community for all of you to join. There are definitely some bugs with Fluxer, but it is such a promising project that we really hope it does go well. And so we're going to give it a try as our official NoPlan community. So we really hope you join, and we'll deal with some bugs for a little while, but the development's so rapid, hopefully it gets a lot more stable soon. I think that Fluxer has got a really bright future ahead of it, and I wish him the best of luck. And hopefully during this whole Discord exodus that's going on right now, we don't see too much fragmentation happening. It's always nice to have a single platform where you know everybody can go. I do hope that Discord doing all the stuff that they are doing, people will get a clue and leave the platform and try to find a good single alternative otherwise. And I think Fluxer has a really good chance of being it, considering all the things that I'm seeing right here. But we'll keep an eye on it, and you guys keep an eye on it as well. So thank you so much for watching this video on NoPlan. We have got some great content coming up on the channel here soon, so make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment, and stay tuned for our new channel coming out all about automotive content called Brake Fade. You can subscribe to it now. We have some new content coming to it very soon. Thank you so much. Catch you later.